All right, we got 5 to go. This is funny. If you're applying to be a cop, it's funny that this question would even be necessary. I like to hurt people. True or false? Paul?
This seems like one of those ones where what do they want me to say?
There's definitely some that what do they want me to say?
I know the guy in Minnesota that knelt on the guy passed this test because he became a cop, so I'm going to say yes. I want to hurt some people.
All right.
What's his name? Derek Chauvin? That was his name?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's trying to appeal that.
Yeah.
Dale?
He was wearing a knee pad.
I don't like to hurt people, no. My boxing coach told me that. He goes, you know something? You're pretty good at a boxer, but you know something? You just don't like to hurt people, do you? I go, no, I don't. I just like to not get hit by someone. I just don't like to hit them back.
You know who?
You might want to go into a new profession there, kid.
You know who said that to me? I did a story, a profile of Dana Rosenblatt.
Yep.
Remember Dana Rosenblatt? Yep. Good fighter. But he had a heavy punch, but he wasn't knocking people out. And I did a story and I interviewed his mother. And his mother says, "Oh, he just doesn't want to hurt people."
That's true.
And it was so much fun to talk.
There's nothing the matter with being a defensive fighter.
Yeah.
You can be a great fighter.
There was nothing. There was nothing more. There was
you don't want to get
more.
hit,
huh?
I never wanted to really hurt someone.
Well, here's my.
There was
point.
one fighter I told you about that I wanted to hurt, right? Armando Rosario. I'm going to put his name out there right now.
Wow, that's
from Haverhill, Massachusetts.
That's gutsy. That's gutsy. How old is he now? About 71.
My age.
So he's like
70. He's probably 55.
Here was the fun part for me was going back to Dana Rosenblatt and saying, "Hey Dana, I talked to your mother and she said," and it was funny because he just gave me that like.
Yeah, he was a great middleweight. Was 154.
Yeah, he was very good. He was a very good fighter. He was
super welterweight
on the way, and then he fought Vinny Pazienza and Vinny. I don't know if he
might have stopped.
I think he got a TKO and or maybe a knockout.
Yeah, the Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah. It was a good fight. And I think Dana was ahead on points or something like that a long time ago.
Did you pay your bookie yet on that one?
I did not pay my bookie, but it's really funny because I thought it's just so much fun to talk to the mothers of athletes because you never know what they're going to say.
Oh yeah,
they just see them in a different way than maybe the.
Your mother always used to say, "How come my little David never gets off the bench? What's wrong with him? He's never off the bench."
I played my 3 innings every game in right field, having the ball come off my head because the sun was in my eyes. Nathan, I like to hurt people.
Not actively, but let's say it happens on accident. I'll get a happy little tingle.
All right. Happy little tingle.
I can vouch for that because I've seen him in those situations and he'll just laugh.
Yeah.
That's really inappropriate, Nathan.
At times I laugh uncontrollably.
Now I got to go back and change that answer. I like to, if I was answering this, I would say definitely not physically. Emotionally. Much of the time, my head seems to hurt all over. So I guess the question, Nathan, is much of the time my head seems to hurt all over. True or false?
I'll say false.
All right. Does your face hurt?
Not really. Not right now.
It's killing me. Paul, much of the time my head seems to hurt all over.
This is similar to the find children attractive. If you want to be a cop, you can't possibly claim that your head hurts all over and then think that they're not going to pull that out when you say you accidentally
it's like it's got to be like a key sign of mental illness, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know what the biggest factor is in mental illness, but that's probably one of them. My head hurts every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All the voices in there are just pounding to get out, right?
It's not just your head hurts can't be a concussion. Oh, yeah, right. I know.
Hypochondria. It goes back to the hypochondria one. They always think they're sick. They have some illness.
Paul, the answer is false. His head, much of the time, my head seems to hurt all over. You think it's a sign of mental illness, so for you, it's true.
No, it's false. It doesn't. Oh, for me, it's true. Yeah. No, my head doesn't hurt.
That was my favorite question so far. All right, 3 to go. Oh, here's a good one. Dale, my father is or was a good man.
Well, I can answer that and say no.
Ooh.
But does that mean that?
But that would be wrong because it's true or false. So is it true or is it false? So you're saying false?
Well, I don't think he's listening.
Yeah.
because he's not with us anymore. I would say my father was a good man. To his 3 wives, yes. To his children, no. I would say false.
All right. Wow. Did he really have three wives?
3 wives, and how many other kids did he have? He had 8 kids, yeah.
8 kids.
Yeah.
Wow. So he had a hobby.
He had a hobby, yeah. Fathering illegitimate children.
Illegitimate children. Well, that's 3 wives. That puts him ahead of his time. Being in that generation.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was what? He'd be like what now? 80? 85?
Yeah, 79, 80, yeah.
Okay. So he was ahead of his time. You didn't marry 3 women.
No, not back in the 60s, right?
No, because then you would.
70s.
The only people would be successful movie stars.
Yeah.
In fact, I was telling Paul. People say to me, how's your career going? And I say to him, I said, well, I've got 2 marriages down, another one to go, so I think I'm doing pretty well. All right, my father is or was a good man. Nathan, you wanted to handle this one?
Yeah, let's see. I'll say...
Wait a minute, can you leave? Because you can't sit here while he answers this. No one has ever taken this test with their father sitting next to them.
I'm going to say yes, true. But if I might add, he would have made a better woman.
All right. Paul?
Probably because I'm annoying, I'm thinking that's the, yeah. I guess he's trying to say women are annoying?
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, I hate women.
You don't think that men can be annoying?
They can be, but just not as much. Not at the same frequency.
Okay, not at the same frequency. Does your head hurt a lot?
All the time. The voices are never ending.
Paul, my father is or was a good man.
Well, Dale has said many times that they're checking to see if you're being honest. So if I say true and they pull his police record, I'm in trouble. So false.
Here's one for you, Paul. This is a good one for you. A minister.
Why is this a good one for me?
Because I don't know why. I don't know
Does
why.
Paul go to church a lot or something?
I do
like
go
that?
to church.
He does go
all
to
right,
church.
that's
He goes
fair.
to church, but it would be a priest in his case. But are we gonna stick with minister for this?
Well, whatever. I think I think it's a generic term.
A clergyman. A clergyman can cure disease.
Well, I have to, again, I got to be honest.
Let me get this in.
Sorry, go ahead.
A clergyman can cure disease.
Okay, so I don't know if there were any cops present the night that I got drunk at Mohegan and walked around and laid hands on people. That night I healed about 100 people. I was touching everything. I was touching people.
Were you doing a comedy show?
No, I was just healing people.
Or you just hanging out? Okay.
I was trying to prove to someone that I could heal.
Can't a guy just go out on the weekend to heal people?
I cannot now then say that a minister can't when I'm not a minister and I think I can.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, they can do it for sure.
All right, so that's a true from Paul, because if he can do it, a clergyman can do it.
Yeah, why not?
All right, don't.
No, a clergyman is more trained than
Is
Paul.
that your answer?
I don't really believe in that. I mean, I think that's more of a cult, almost like the cult mentality. The cult leader can heal his flock, like just drink the Kool-Aid, guys, and we'll be all set, right?
Yeah.
Drink the Kool-Aid and you'll be good. Yeah.
So
I think a minister can emotionally heal people.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
yeah, it's like
Listen to
the
the
placebo.
Yeah, emotionally
Even if
heal.
they think that he healed.
I would say true on that. Emotional healing.
All right, fine. I'm just going to write true, and then I'm going to make a notation, copped out of the question.
No pun intended.
Nathan.
Ooh, boy. I've dated girls who were really into spirituality. And they would they'd burn sage and they'd light incense. They had a bunch of magic rocks, and I can say with full confidence it cured my enjoyment of sex, which you could say is a disease. So
With them, you mean?
yes,
So your answer is
true.
all right. Okay, good. All right. And here's the last question. All right, Nathan, I know the answer for you, so we'll start with you. I have often wished I was a girl.
True.
There we go. I knew that. Dale.
Because I know I'd have massive tits.
Dale, you're up.
No, I would say no. I'm very happy being a male in
Okay.
society, Dave. I don't know about you.
You-
Maybe you wish I was a girl. So we could date more often, but
More often. So you enjoy being a boy. Okay, good. Paul, I've often wished I were a girl.
Yeah, again, if I want the job, I can't be admitting that I wished I was a girl.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be out prosecuting prostitutes and whatnot. I can't say, I wish I was one of them, right? That's not going to help my
You can always befriend them. They're nice to befriend prostitutes and strippers and stuff like that. Yeah.
I feel like I was flunking, and then like the last 8, I feel like I got the job.
Yeah, you're all set, Paul. Yeah. You'll be the chief in like 3 years. They'll fast track you to the chief's job.
All right, so here I've actually got your results.
All right.
I got your results. These are again a little informal, but Dale, normal. Nathan, sociopath.
I feel like you already chose these answers before you even took the test.
And Paul, psychopath. So yes, you got the job. Dale, what did that just prove? Anything?
Well, no, that's some of the questions that they actually ask cops, and they do. It's a stringent, it's a difficult test because, as Paul said a couple times, I'm not sure how they want me to answer.
Right.
They just want you to. It's about being consistent, and it's a lot of times it's more about, is this guy like a liar? Because we asked him a certain question 8 times, and he was like all over the board. He was 50-50. So now they don't know if you're telling the truth.
So really what you're looking for is somebody who's extremely truthful or such a good liar that he can't be found.
Absolutely,
which is really what you're looking for with most cops.
Yeah, most cops, very good liars.
Well, don't you think that if someone is thinking, how do they want me to answer this, that's actually someone that you will be able to supervise? He's not going to be someone who's going to fly off the reservation because he wants to follow orders.
Oh, cops are very tough to. Sergeants and lieutenants and police departments, they have a tough job because cops don't listen to
But that's
anyone.
what I'm saying. But
you want them to listen.
Yes.
In the military, absolutely they listen. This is a great test for the military.
But is that an indication he would listen, that he wants to answer the way you want him to answer? Is that no?
No, I think he's just very indecisive, and he's probably got some issues, and he doesn't want you to know he has issues.
Okay.
A lot of people with issues, like people who have mental health problems, they don't know they have mental health problems.
Right.
But people who are like a little borderline, they're just on the border. They can bounce from, I don't want anyone to know I have issues, so I'm going to try to talk my way out of stuff.
You're saying somebody with deep mental health issues has no idea that they have deep mental health issues?
No, they're going to answer that question. They're going to hear, I hear voices. I hear evil thoughts. People tell me to do bad things. Because in their mind, that's the norm. Okay. So you're going to pick that person right out.
And do they think that other people are crazy also, or do they just not know that they're crazy?
Yeah, they just don't know they're crazy. If you deal with mental health people all the time, and they don't know what's going on with them.
Real quick, Nathan, do you have mental health issues?
Yes, 100%. Can I be a cop?
That's a good
You're going to
question.
be Paul's deputy.
Yeah, you can be. We'll put him in the same car with Paul.
I do not find children attractive. I just really like Stranger Things.
All right, that's it. Anything you want to say before we wrap up, Dale?
No, that was a good one. I think we all passed. Everyone did a great job.
I think we learned a lot about ourselves.
Yeah, I'm going to deputize you, Paul, and Nathan after this, and we're going to go out and do some patrol.
That's
Citizens on patrol, baby.
All right, this has been Inside the Line. Real stories by real cops with Dave Rattigan and Dale Lawrence. And our guests today, Paul Nardizzi and Nathan Arroyo.